my God, will Pulse fill up? Yes. If it accrues so much value and gets so many users, yeah, the fees will go up and you'll just get really, really rich holding Pulse watching. Oh no, more really, really rich people. Like, you can't, here's the thing, you cannot force a free market to keep things cheap, because then crappy use cases that aren't valuable will outbid useful and valuable use cases. And do you want your chain with limited capacity to be filled up with crap? No, you don't want your chain filled up with crap. You want it filled up with nice, good things. Well, then how do you know what the difference between nice and crap is? By bidding. And the people that see more value in the chain pay more to use the chain. And then your limited resource chain, through the bidding mechanism, is filled with the most valuable things that people can fill it with. And so this like socialist USSR decree that, oh, we're just going to have cheap fees forever, it doesn't work, because there's a finite amount of space and you have to allocate it to certain users. And who should you allocate it to? Those that can most afford it, because they're bidding with their money for how valuable the transaction is. So the solution to a limited resource isn't to screw around with the pricing. The solution to a limited resource is to create more of the resource. So the Ethereum chain is full. Great. Well, we're going to make one with 4 times more throughput, and it won't be full. It'll be empty, and let's go fill it up.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Woohoo! Opportunities abound on Pulsechain as usual. We're going to get into a couple of things. We're going to be talking about the Pulse Predictions is live. Now, we tried to get it live while we were on live stream yesterday. We sort of went on for about 25 minutes, but it must have launched just after that. But it is live now, so we're going to check out Pulse Predictions. That's from pretty much Pulsechain's #1 innovative developer, of course, Jacob. And we're going to get into all that later on. We're going to check out the markets, though. Some good news, obviously, around employment, unemployment, and, of course, the stock market. Crypto really rebounded, so really, really nice to see that. We're going to get into Pulsechain markets, of course, which are just, at the moment, accumulation zone still. So just keep accumulating. That's kind of the opportunity there. Low prices, low volume, big volumes. Buy low, sell high, right? And you can pick up the big volumes on the way. So that is what we're going to look at today, and of course, as well as Hex stats. So stay tuned. Let's see who else has jumped in the chat. We got Lies Beneath. How are you today? Very good. Hey, it's super sunny outside. Like we've had quite a bit of rain the last week or two, with a little bit of sunshine in between. But today, just perfectly sunny. Beautiful, beautiful. Hex PLS 6 incentive for the win, 100%. The golden crypto strategy, and at the moment, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. Waiting for that magic carpet ride, and of course, coming up on 1 year. We're taking that down too. DGN says Somi is our bottom signal. Well, what's Somi said there? Is he? I don't know what he said, but let us know. But a bottom signal typically means some sort of capitulation there, and so let us know. I haven't seen what he's been on there. Obviously, I got suspended from the Hex social platform for no good reason. So who knows? Who knows what's happening there? It's just like that. All that you build up a following, and then just like that, they take it down without no reason. So, typical. And I bet that the whatever the reason was, it's pathetic. I bet that's the case too. Crypto Dan says Somi will dump on your head, lol, says Crypto Dan. A few comments about Somi. I have not seen anything around that, so I can't really comment it. And obviously, we're no drama channel, so we generally try to avoid that. UFO to the moon, says Jeff. Well, apparently Dog is going to the moon. So Dog on Bitcoin, we covered that. Dog Runes, led by Leonidas. So that is going to the moon, literally, on a SpaceX ship. So that was huge news there around Dog. Dog actually pulled back the last 2 days, so really good entry on that. But man, it's bullish in the for the bull market. Freedom Channel, Family Channel, no drama channel, says Lies. Absolutely. We got Pulse Demic as well. Morning Superman, one of the most committed influencers I know. Take a Kiwi to lead the team. Man, I like that. I like the way you spin that there. Absolutely. We got Brennan says, morning family. Hey, good to see you, Brennan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Absolutely crushing it there on the old TA lately. Let's get into it, folks. We're going to start with the stock market and kick into gear. Let's kick into gear here. So stock market pretty good. S&P 500 ends higher as weaker jobs data boosts rate cut hopes. So we obviously got some good data in there feeding into rate cut hopes, because obviously as the data comes in, the Fed will pivot one way or the other. And we're not too far away really from that 2% inflation, but it could take a few months to get there maybe. Anyway, we've got the Dow Jones is up 1.82% there, 450 points, big gains on the Dow Jones, 38,675. Remember, the Dow Jones is the top 30 industrials in the index. The S&P 500 is up 1.25%, 63 points, up to 5,127. And the Nasdaq with all the tech companies in it, up almost 2%, 315 points to 16,156. So a really strong day there on the stock market. Excuse me, the US dollar index is down 0.2%, and that is at 104.96. So that is where that is. Let's see with the commodities. We got West Texas at $78 and Brent oil at $82.80, just chumming around really, down 1% respectively, or both of them are down 1%. Gold is pretty much flat at $2,310, and silver is down slightly at $26.79. Now, the big news there, of course, Treasury yields slide after non-farm payrolls shows slowing jobs growth. So finally, maybe those interest rates are finally starting to bite. Took a bit longer than expected, but there was a lot of savings, right? After all the big asset boom, a lot of savings that people have to spend. And of course, the stock markets keep going up. So, people got savings in the stock market to spend. Treasury yields slipped on renewed hopes for rate cuts this year after data showed that the US economy added jobs at a slower rate in April, with only 175,000 jobs added last month, compared with a revised 315 in March. Now, I'm pretty sure they were expecting about 240,000, right? So that's well below that. The yield on the 10-year Treasury fell 6 basis points to 4.5%. The unemployment rate also rose 3.9% in April, climbing to 3.8% the prior month. But still, the 27th consecutive month that jobless rate has been below 4%. Crucially, average hourly earnings slowed to 0.2% on the month. The data shows the labour market coming into better balance, and we continue to expect 3 rate cuts this year. So still bullish on the rate cuts. So maybe we will get that one in September, right? Maybe we will get that one in September. All right, let's see what the actual tool monitor, what the market thinks about the interest rate cuts. So this is the next meeting, right? The 12th of June. We just had the last one, right? And we had no change. So 2 p.m. Eastern on 12th of June. We expect that's in 5 weeks and, excuse me, almost 5 days away. So it's a long time to go. At the moment, 91% of the market expecting a no change in June. Moving to July, we've got 65% expecting a no change. So still the majority. September, we've got the majority expecting a pivot in September. So that's actually a little bit, I think it's actually quite stronger than what we saw read the other day. So, over to what's almost 70% of the market expecting a pivot in September. So that would be good news. Well, if we're going to get 3 in the year, that means we've got September, November, and December, right? So it'd have to be those 3. So let's see how we go. That is pretty much it. So bullish news. And that flowed into crypto. So Bitcoin there, man, what a rebound. Power. And of course, there we are. Bitcoin, that's almost $63,000, up 6.3%. The Bitcoin dominance back over 52% at 52.23. Ethereum there up 3.89%, back over $3,107. And you can see the vast majority of assets here are all up. So pretty exciting. Meme coins are really starting to climb there, 10%, 7%. They're really up and away on the meme coins. You can see them all up there. And what else? Some of the leaders there, BNB up for 4.8%. Solana up 4% there. And there's that much activity on Solana. I think it's dropped off, isn't it? The amount of activity on Solana, but that's still up 4.4% there. ADA up 2% as well, and AVAX up 6%. XRP up 2.3%. Those are some of the ones there. Litecoin is up 2.2% as well. So that is the general crypto market. So green, and looking good. Let's have a look at Bitcoin on the chart here on Coinbase. We can see that we've just started a brand new day, right? So we're 9 minutes into a brand new day. This is yesterday's candle that we just closed. A low of 58,821. So that's how low we got yesterday, but we had a high of 63,365. So fantastic bounce there. Fantastic. So what's that? $4,500 price range there in yesterday's candle. How about that? And we're back up. Now haven't hit the 50-day moving average. That's 63,859. But pretty much Brennan, our T8 guy in our Discord. I mean, he's a party man, but a bit of a frat boy. But he definitely called the bottom here. I'm pretty sure on that one. So well done to you, Brenton. And here we go, up here, 62,836 at the moment, looking pretty good. Now the 50-day, 200-day moving averages keeps climbing, right? So it's climbing at a slow rate lately, but still up at 52,248. So that's the 200-day. We want to stay well above that, right? That's if you want that bullish sort of play. Very important there. Ethereum, of course, had the range of a low of 2,958, a high of 3,128. So what's that, about $170 range there, $170 price range. We're at the top of that, of course, at 3,100. Probably importantly, we're over 3,000 again. The 50-day moving average is 3,200. So we've got a bit of work to get back over there. Very bullish sign if we do, right? Very bullish sign. So fingers crossed we do that. We are coming up to the Ethereum ETF approvals, although we're not expecting that to be approved. And I need to actually do an update with Balkahunas and see how we're going with those Bloomberg analysts on that. But I'm pretty sure that nothing's changed on that front. So 19 days to go to the Ethereum ETF approvals, inverted commas. That's kind of the play there. All right, that leads us into Pulsechain before we get into day 357 results. As we march closer and closer to 1 year, let's catch up and a few more comments in the chat here and see who else has jumped in. We've got Marco announced it. Does anybody know of anybody who got into the Bro token? Seems like only 10 people were in on that 1,000x pump. Yeah, it was definitely a Bro time for was it Ben Armstrong there, BitBoy. Brennan says frat boy. Yeah. I thought I'd get you with that one. We got Agent Hex in the house there. Yo, Superman. Good to see Agent Hex. Welcome to the chat. Looking good, man. Looking good. All right, let's get into the results for Pulsechain, day 357. And of course, we're heading towards 1 year, man. It's getting closer. How many days? Not far away. Let's have a look how far away. 8 days and 23 hours, man. Woohoo! Basically 9 days. Let's round it up. 9 days to go. Oh, get on you, mate. 9 days to go to the anniversary for 1 year. No, it's going to be fun. And let's see where we go. All right, so Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0575 down 1.8%, 58% over the mean sacrifice price. Pulsex price, man, that looks so good. The price, seriously, good accumulation zone for Pulsex. Quadruple 0245, up 3.6% today. The buy and burn just ticking away, 840.4 million. What they say, facts don't care about your feelings. Well, the burn is going up there. That's a fact. And 4.14% of the public supply is gone forever. And of course, we've got the Power City Earn protocol on top of that, getting off around about another 800 billion. So yeah, looking around 8% off the market there. Incentive token up 2.7% at $2.85. The ratio is almost back over 50,000. Very bullish. Mark that. We're at 49,688. We're well above that support level of 45,000. So that's looking pretty good. The actual total supply, 30,734,000. And as you guys know, if you're new to Pulsechain, that is those incentive tokens are the incentive token for the LP pools on Pulsex version 1. And of course, you get that from a particular farm peers that exist. So kind of cool. We actually looked at those numbers yesterday, so we won't look at them again today, but I do want to bring them up a bit more often. Hex here on Pulsechain is currently at 8600th of a penny. And you can see that we're just down slightly, ever so slightly, just slightly there, 0.09%. I mean, it's so small there. But what I was going to say about that is that, it did quite well the other day after the Power Cities Flex launch, where you can do now lending against Hex, at least in that mechanism. Now, you can also do lending on Fiat, can't you? The fork of Aave from the PH Universe team. You can do lending on there. So kind of cool. And you can also use collateral Hex, can't you, in the GMX fork, part of the PH Universe protocols as well. So there's quite a few options now with borrowing on Hex. Isn't that cool? It's kind of neat to see. That doesn't include, of course, all the derivatives of Hex, like Maximus Hex pools, the party pools, the Hedron, you earn Hedron on top of Hex with your miners. And of course, we're also looking forward to the Magic Hut Ride Steakhouse coming up. So, the Hex ecosystem is much bigger than a lot of people think when you add all those up. And good to see Flex come into the mix there. Right, what do we got at the moment? We've got EHEX at the moment, 1900 of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PX sitting at it, still chilling at 1.05 cents. So accumulation zone, man. That's all I can say. I can only say it every day until it's not. Until it's not accumulation day. and of course magic carpet ride time. All right, that is it at the moment on those. So let's quickly go to the charts and have a quick look at this on the weekly. So this is Pulse. Yeah, we bounced pretty much on the weekly there at 5,288, which is pretty important line there. We did have support at 5,400. That's exactly where we had that support here. Look at that in here, and that's where we bounced on the bottom of this move on the weekly. The RSI pretty chill down here, 36 on the weekly, man. It's got to be ready to do something else, right? So let's go to the daily. Daily at the moment gives you a good idea. You know, I mean, we've got that nice support at 5,000, and of course we bounced at 5,300. That's kind of nice support there too, as we saw on the weekly. What else are we going to say? We are counting down. You know, what do we say? 9 days till the 1 year party. It's going to be pretty cool. And with the RSI is well oversold here, 23. Could keep going a little bit there, but about turning up here. This day that we just finished may be the bottom of that move because the RSI is pretty chill down here at oversold at 24. Yeah, good time to accumulate. That's all I can say. DCA for the win. We've got quadruple 0243. Really liking this here at the moment on Pulsex. This is on the weekly, and nice bounce on that support line there and back over. So that's kind of cool on the weekly there, and the RSI is at 40 on the daily. Let's see, have I got the auto log? Let's do the auto log there. Daily, you know, almost oversold territory here. And maybe that bounce, maybe that low yesterday, 2,100, wasn't, you know, the game was in there. All right. In any case, still a great zone to accumulate Pulsex, that's for sure. What do you got at the moment? Let's jump over to incentive token, $2.85. So let's go to the ratio. Have a look at that. RSI is, you know, pretty nice, 57 on the weekly there, and we're holding a nice pattern here. Very, very cool. Like I say, 45 down here, good support level. Getting over 50, very, very bullish sign. And yeah, this looks like it's winding up, doesn't it, for another move to the upside. And as long as, you know, we got, you know, the Bitcoin keeps in the zone that it is at the moment, I guess. But there we are, looking pretty good. PHEX at the moment, accumulation zone under the orange line. Just to keep accumulating. That's it. That's all you can say about that. RSI is pretty much in the bottom 50%. Let's go to the weekly chart. Let's have a quick look at that on Pulsechain. Remember, Richard Hart was talking about the highs on Pulsechain. He's you know, shifted his narrative to the Pulsechain, of course, and you can love it or leave it. But there we are. At the moment, we're still in the accumulation zone. So let's see how we go with that. And EHEX as well. Huge upside before we get to that BankX wall. So and the RSI is moving to the upside on the daily. Not too bad. Let's actually have a look at the weekly on that one. That is the weekly RSI, pretty chill as well. 36. There's lots of room for move to the upside. That's all I can say. Accumulate, DCA. That is the play. And the combined price of EHEX and PHEX here on investex.io, the number one workstation on Pulsechain, one of the top 5 information sites on Pulsechain. And here we are at 1 cent. And so, yeah, we've had several breakouts and, you know, up to the right there. And as soon as we break that 3 cent mark here, it's off to the races for the good old Hexy. We'll call it Sexy Hexy once it breaks 3 cents. I'm starting to sound like Somi now. What the heck? Family channel, hashtag family channel. All right, so let's move on. That is pretty much it on the results for day 357. Let's go to the gas prices, quickly look at that. 450,000 beats, so, you know, over 100% higher than normal. 9/10 of a penny for a Pulsex swap, 500th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, 2/10 for a PRC20 transfer. We're 700 times cheaper than Ethereum, and Ethereum Gwei is unbelievably low at the moment, 6 Gwei. And yeah, if you're doing end stakes for Hex miners, man, beautiful time, because there's 4, 5, 6 Gwei. I think I've seen 5. Have I seen 4? I can't remember if I've seen 4, but I've definitely seen 5 Gwei. But yeah, up to $6.63 at the moment for a Uniswap, but only 9/10 of a penny for a Pulsex swap. So good place to do business, the old Pulsechain. Let's do validators, 49,290, 1.58 trillion off the market, so no change there. And the bridge, the heartbeat is the bridge. Is that about similar to yesterday? I think it is. I think that's about similar to yesterday, $107.9 million. So I think that's pretty similar. You remember when we had the big pump, and of course we had Pulsex going up to the mean sacrifice price. Well, I think we were sitting around 180, 185 then. So it's kind of the play on that. So we're down from that. And but the one thing about this is that we do have EHEX in here, so that can move things around. Or that's been relatively stable so far. and the PDI sitting at 33.2 million there is the mark. So there we go. All right, that is it for day, what day did I say? Day 357. So we're about to start day 358. And like I say, we've got 9 days counting down to the 1 year anniversary for Hex. All right, that leads us into some of the other prices. So we're going to go through those. We've got nothing happening with the derivatives really. Acosa is up 1% on Ethereum. That's about it. Let's go to the stable coins next. We've got PDI at the moment, 4500th of a penny. Is that making a move higher? The old PDI, is that finally found a bottom and making a move higher there? Bounced off 3700th of a penny. Is that going to start moving now? Because obviously break that big upward support line there, that trend line. And we knew it was going to do some sort of teacup probably to get back to that 1 cent. And so looks like it's going to happen. Isn't it funny that it didn't quite make it? Got to 9200th of a penny, just under that, and didn't quite make the 1 cent. Isn't that interesting market psychology? And waiting to come back up there. All right, that is PDI. But let's have a look at the Hex DC from Flex. Obviously the liquidity fork that you can now do lending against Hex on. That is at $1.03 at the moment on that. So let's go to the 4 hourly on this, give you a better idea. But that is $1, and that is above peg. So we're still above peg. A nice little strong start. We have seen this before, above peg, but at early days, and that's where we are at the moment on that one. Probably after we get redemptions, right? That's when we'll, because I'm pretty sure they won't have got. I haven't checked that, but they probably haven't got redemptions. Was it for how many weeks was it last time? 4 weeks, something like that. And then maybe we'll see that downward pressure on XDC. We'll see. Anyway, we've got PXDC at 98 cents. What else? The USDL is at 97 cents, and the Coast there at 80 cents. The Coast has recovered a bit of ground because it was down about 77 cents. So it's good to see Coast moving up there. Hopefully in anticipation of the relaunch of Coast, our fiat on-ramp to Pulsechain. That's kind of the play. All right, let's have a quick look at the top PRCs. I've only got Wrap Bitcoin in here at the moment. Wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain is $194, so not back over 200 yet, but yeah, not too bad, up 8% almost. And let's have a look at the influencer coins. Let's have a look at those. Who is performing at the moment? Well, Scuba Steve is. Was it Steve Hitson? Steve Hitson. That's up 41%. Bro, someone mentioned Bro earlier from Ben Armstrong. That's up 7% there at the moment. 0007 2000. Let's have a quick look at that from Ben Armstrong. Yeah, a nice little U there turning up. Not too bad at this stage, really, to break 8,500. Could be a bit of upside into this one, folks, after it's already had its pullback. We will see. Not financial advice, but looking not too bad. 5.5% on SolidX, which has been the other big player. And of course, that's had a big millionaire backer, isn't it, to that? Maybe Randy's friend, something like that. $60 on that one, 5.5% today. And an honorable mention, Trayvon, with more token up 2.5%. So let's jump over to the all charts on Pulsechain and see what the total volume is. So we're sitting at 37.5 million. That is up. So that is up from yesterday. I think we were sitting around 30 million yesterday. So that's good news. And the transactions are down. I think we had quite a lot of transactions yesterday. We're at 280,000. Do we have 300? I think we had 300 from memory. So let's look at the leaders on Pulsechain. We got this new token jumped out of nowhere, up 41,000%. Every day we seem to get one of these, don't we? We got a Boop token that is ticking away there on the 15 minutes. So let's go to the hourly. That is the hourly chart there. So it's had a nice little run if you got on early of these. These are real DGM ones, get in early. All that sort of stuff. Let's go to the Twitter account. As I say, I'm suspended, so I probably can't see that stuff. But there we are, 63 followers on there. The Book of Pulse, they're calling it, the Book of Pulse. All right, let's see. What's the quick check on that? No issues on the quick intel on a Dick Screener. So that one there is ticking away. 6.7K liquidity, very small retail play, but nevertheless, a nice little mad gains. Yeah, as we say, Scuba Steve, or TEVE as it's called, is up 42%. We've got SFFD, a stimulus finance DAO, that's up 24%. Actually, I don't know if I've checked this one, so let's have a quick look at this. Yeah, it's been around for a while. Let's go to the daily. It's been around for a couple of days, is it? Yeah, about a week. So it's been up around for a week. Let's have a look at the website on that. Another one of these reflection DAOs, is it? So that is it at the moment. Got a few things there. Rewards. Provide liquidity or just hold SFD to receive rewards in the form of LP tokens. So there we go. Got a bit of a Trump strategy there on that one, if it looks it. What else? Let's jump out of there. So that's kind of the big mover at the moment. Alien token, which I know that Wookie loves. Wookie loves this. That's up 23%. And Teddy Bear is up 14% at the moment. This is one that, what's the big DGen influencer? Moon King, isn't it? Moon King, the Teddy Bear proponent. That's up 14% at the moment. Let's have a quick look at that while we're at it. And we'll go, we're on the daily here. So, it's not looking too bad, is it really? That's a daily. Yeah, I mean, it's come off the bottom of the range at 702,000. And that might make a little move. Maybe it might make a move to 4,000. We'll see. But that's not too bad at this stage on the old Teddy Bear. What else is doing okay? Over 10%. Nana. Was it? Nana. That is up 10% there at the moment. So those kind of the leaders. Some honorable mentions. PDGC is up 9%, and Peer is up 8% there. You can sort of see some of those. So those are the ones. We don't see a lot of utilities in the top today, do we? So that's probably something for the future. Something for the future there. All right. Now we've got the big news around Pulse Predict. Before we get into that, let's catch up with other comments in the chat. Adrian Hex says hit the like button. Definitely smash the like button there. Crypto Giganito. LFG, BBY, Tim Top in the house as well. What's up, Hexkins? I try to do that every time. Tim Top's here, never fear. And Kaiser says, I can see Pulsex nuking 90% under sacrifice for we moon. Going to get a little bit of PDGC during this downturn, says Kaiser. Nice opinion there. Is Alien connected to the UFO or PDGC? Yeah, Alien is connected to PDGC. I'm not sure about UFO though. But definitely Alien is related to the PDGC. Helps burn it, doesn't it? Helps get rid of it off the market. You haven't seen the tie-in for UFO. I'm not sure if it's another one of PDGCs or related to something else. All right, you can probably check it on the website though. All right, let's get into it. The big news today is Pulse Predictions is live, and of course here we are on X here with the Pulse Predict website. Price predictions on Pulsechain is live, new and innovative DeFi product. And you can see the link here, pulsepredict.io. Predictions, bet on the price of 30 assets, interactive and fun experience, earn predict tokens. Now remember, these are launching in about 53 days, the predict, so you can earn them before they get there. There's 4 different ways of getting them, more or less. Obviously, sacrifice is still open as well. You can still participate that. The one for the PUSD algo is in the video description. You get a 19% bonus for that. We covered that yesterday. Don't miss out on that. I think it's going to be massive. Could be a app killer on Pulsechain, but like how Friends was on the base network, which I understand is having the airdrop coming up or something like that at the moment. So you can see the animation ticking away. Pretty badass. We're going to check that out too. And yeah, I'm going to post this link there. You can, I can still copy it apparently. So there it is. Pulse predictions, and you can get to the website with that link. So let me play that. Bam, there we go. And that is that. That is the link there on different YouTube channels, depending where you are. So check that out. All right, so we got other updates though. That was 21 hours ago. Was it really live that long? Because we weren't live yet then. We couldn't agree more. Thanks for the kind words. This can attract a lot of people to Pulsechain. Well done. Now this is Crypto Coffee, so it's pretty much I would still argue the #1 influencer in the Pulsechain community. Yeah, so he's put out this. I can see a lot of people Pulsechain. That's positive. Very cool. Now I've always thought it would be cool to get a couple of these influencers like Crypto Coffee to be talking more about PUSD Algo, which could be the a real killer app, if not the killer app on the old Pulsechain. So we will see where that heads. What else there? We've got Crypto Coffee says 7 hours ago. Oh, he's still responding to this. I don't like gambling much, but tons of people do. This platform is awesome because #1, you can use it to attract a bunch of people to Pulsechain, and Hex, it also has sports betting, which is a $200 billion market. And of course, we've talked about that many times. You can manipulate your bags to the upside, bet on the price going up, buy price up, and then win bet, rinse and repeat. Please don't do it the other way around though. Okay, thanks. On the way down, see any logos you like. Some have lower liquidity. and of course use separate hot wallets when using any new DeFi apps. Although I wouldn't have any problem with this one, but it's up to you what you do. This is from Jacob. All right, so that is that on that one. What else? We get some nice comments about the launch. Advanced price predictions will go live soon. Are you a TA expert or just enjoying a bit of fun? It's time to show who's the best. Set any duration, so you can actually set up your own bets. Set any duration you like. Set any odds, money line ratio you want. And bet on any asset you want within the list. I think it's 30 years there. We can't wait to show on Pulsechain, and of course you can see the graphics are really, really cool. Now, obviously, you can do sports betting, and now you can also do pulse predictions. So you can actually make predictions and do binary plays pretty much on the Pulsechain prices, which is pretty cool. They're basically live with that. So we're going to go check out the website. This is the website in action, and let's do a refresh on this. Just make sure we got the latest view of this. But a lot of fun, and let's see. Now, obviously on here already, we've covered the fact that you can do sports events. We've got 3 big ones coming up this month. But of course, price predictions is in here at the moment, and you do earn predict tokens on the claim there. So if you are doing these predictions, you do. I think it's 500 game. So it's pretty cool. So it looks like someone's got a game on at the moment. This one's running. It's playing with Axis tokens, so the influencer Axis, and it's got a bet is live. 14 minutes to go on this because there's different durations that get set up by whoever sets these up here. It's got this is game number 109, so it's still very early. We've got LP safety caution. Total is really just about the LP, obviously the Axis token LP. Total value $200. Token contract, total liquidity. Remember, the thing about this is peer-to-peer, so it's a full decentralized gaming. It's not centralized gaming. So that's what's really innovative about it on Pulsechain, and this is where Jacob is leading the way here. Total liquidity, 139,000, and price information on V2. So this is covering the LP for the Axis token, but the actual game is $100 at stake. Potential win $200. Profit would be $94, I guess, after fees. And at the moment, you can see Goldfish. Now, Goldfish he's one of the whale players on the Pulse pot, and obviously playing here on Pulse Predict as well. He's got $100 up. He would have set this game up, and he's basically saying that if the Axis price is $17,302 or under, so sometimes you can do over, sometimes you do under, but in this case it's under, and of course he's got a timestamp there, then which has got 30 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Then you'll win, right? So he's got $100 here. Not sure why the chart's not showing up here. Let's have a look at the chart. Let's see if we can get another one here. Yeah, not sure why the chart's not. Maybe my screen needs a bit bigger. No, I don't know. Normally the game chart's showing up and it shows the price. Anyway, maybe it's to do with the price of the ticker. I don't know. Maybe it's not doing the vertical axis properly. We've got $100 here on as the other side. So this person here. So Goldfish put up $100 of Coast or Axis, I should say. And he put it up Coast tokens or CST tokens for a looks at it, and this person put up Pulse pot tokens, $100 worth of that. And this person is I don't know who's winning at the moment because it hasn't finished, but that's not showing the graph as normally. But here's another one, another game in here at the moment. Man, there were tons of game here earlier when I was looking, so a lot of people played these games. So there we go. This one here is coming up. It's waiting for a player, so you can actually accept that player. It's only $1. So this is not like the other game, which was like, what, $100? And there's $1 for this game. And you can play that. I'm not sure why the chart's not coming up here. Maybe it's because I'm not logged in. Maybe it's the case. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can log in here. And switch over there. All right. Get out of there. Hopefully, let's switch to that account. Let's all right, so I'm not sure if that didn't help at all, but normally you can see the chart here. Not sure why it's not showing up. This is typical when I'm doing the live stream, but normally this is showing up. But this game hasn't started yet, so that's probably the reason why that is not happening. Let's go back out of here and let's look at this one, see if the chart's going to come up. It's worked every other time, and then when I do a live stream, it's not showing the chart for some reason. So it will probably show the chart for you, but for some reason it's just accessing denying me here. But normally there's a chart, and it will show you whether you're up or winning or losing. So that is there. I'm not sure why it's not showing on here at the moment. Definitely on the right chain here. That is taken away there. Let me know on your chart if you've got that. You can see it. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing. It's really annoying. But there's only 11 minutes left in this game. And anyway, it looks like this. So basically, if it's rendering properly for you, it looks like this. So that's the chart we're trying to look at here. And it will show you whether you're, the red line is whether you're over or under, right? The price target, so which is on the left there. So that's taken away. Give it a game. Let's try one more time in here. I don't know. I don't know why. It's worked every single time I've gone in, and it's not working now. Don't know whether it's the access price. Maybe the access price of 17,000 is too high. Maybe it's too high. I don't know. We've got the Hex chart here. That's not rendering either. I have no idea why. It's worked every other time except for live stream time. All right, that is pretty much it on that one. That leads us into Hex. So you guys can check that out yourself. I'm sure it'll be working for you. We'll try and get that up another time. I can't believe it's not working on live stream, and I've done it every other time. I even played one of the games. And it worked perfectly fine. Let's see here. Let's jump into those. Why crypto and house there? Can we hit the Gari network? Yeah, not today. We're just covering Pulsechain at the moment. Jeff and house there, UFO launched this morning, says Jeff. Nice one. All right. I think we did cover it, didn't we? Did we cover that price? Pretty sure. Anyway, Hex results, day 614, 3rd of May. We've got the price there at 20th of a penny. Sorry, that's not right. What am I saying here? 0.2 of a penny, down 1.4%. The payout today, 7.315 Hex per T-share on the old Ethereum chain. Let's look at the T-shares, down 5,300, sitting at 9,211,000 at the moment. What else? We've got the penalties, 4 million. Big penalties on Ethereum today. 67.4 million almost in Hex. And the liquid holders up 18. The miners down 18. And we're sitting at 118,000. It's 18 day, the day of 18s today on there. We haven't got Pulsechain's number out today. So that's probably going to come out in the next half an hour or something for day, was it day, what do we say? Day 357. That will be coming out soon. But that's pretty much it. Pretty good value at the moment. $70 for a T-share on Ethereum and $294 for one on Pulsechain. Obviously, you can get even lower than that with longer pays better, bigger pays better if you do that. I always prefer a mining ladder, right? So not all just max. Max is best mathematically speaking, but of course I always suggest that. Also suggest always keeping a certain percentage as well liquid for the bull market so you can get the best out of the price, right? So it's a trade-off between yield and price. But I think that's a pretty good mix there for the win. All right, now that is pretty much that. Are we going to get any luckier with this Pulse Predict? That one says 23 hours. No, we're not. That's the game that hasn't even started yet. Let's have a look at this one. I have no idea why the chart's not rendering. It did it every other time I've been here. It is very frustrating. Anyway, let's go back to, you can actually set up your own game, right? So you can create a bet. And you can actually just do that pretty easy. You can select any token you want. So it actually has the LP status as well, whether it's good or not. So you can pick up a token that's you're happy with. So Pulse obviously is good. So you can pick Pulse. You can decide whether you want the price to go up or down. So do you think the price will go up or down? So we saw that one with the Access token was going down. So you could say price going up if you think you're in a bit of an up market maybe. That'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, you say, what duration of time should the bet run? Well, I always like short times, right, for binary games, but you can play a longer one. But in this case, we do, could do 10 minutes. How much would you like to bet? So pretty much how much you like to bet. You can do $5 increments pretty much. So you can go $5 or $50. You can actually click $5 and then you can click that again. $5 will go 10, right? Click it again, $15. You could add a $50 to that. It's now $65. So that's kind of the way you can do that on that. And then you can select which one you want. So you could select a Pulse or Hex or whatever thing if you want to do that. So that's kind of cool. And then once you confirm and create your price prediction bet, you can click create and it will create it and put it back into the games. And then someone else has to come along and match it, right? Someone else has to come along. Just like this one here is open. That one is not live. This one's live. But this one here is open. And so no one's joined it yet. It's only $1, so someone could come along and join that. And that's kind of cool. I don't know if I've got $1 on here. Anyway, it runs for an hour and 30 minutes, so we won't be live streaming that long. But that's pretty much it on Pulse Predict. So go and have some fun if that's something that you like. Pac-Man's in the house says, have you all noticed that when Richard Hart tweets none related to Pulse ecosystem, each time it tanks harder? Everyone should let RH know and stop BS tweets and nonsense. Well, he's been doing a lot of Bitcoin stuff, hasn't he? A lot of Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum stuff. Today, he did about 6 or 7 Bitcoins. Now, I did go through them, Pac-Man, but there wasn't anything that I needed, wanted to pick up around Pulsechain. So, but he has been posting around Bitcoin and that. I think there was one post that mentioned Pulsechain. But it was just not enough for me to cover, really. Keeps killing the charts, says Pac-Man. We're just going to have to keep waiting, mate, for that Magic Art ride and just accumulations. All we can do there until that time, Pac-Man. Brennan says, what range is the bet set at 20% upside, etc.? No, it's just binary. It's just like you set the price, and then whatever the price starts at, I think it is. And it's just like whether it's over or above that price. I think that's how it works. Once someone accepts the trade, I think that's how it works there on that. Or can you set the price target prediction? Don't know if you can do that. We just went through that. But you can play around with it, Brennan. But I just did one there, and it was just basically said above or below, didn't it? Pac-Man said, yeah, he should stick to the ecosystem. Yeah, he should definitely do more around the ecosystem. Hopefully he will. He is trying to, I guess it's a bit of a thing if you're a big founder like him. You want to also attract attention from other chains. That's kind of what I think the strategy there is, and to some degree, that he wants to attract people on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then tie them in over to Pulsechain, which it makes sense. But like I said, you could probably do a bit more on Pulsechain. Although sometimes he does a big blitz. He goes look at the Pulsechain charts, PulseX charts, and everything else. So it's a bit of a give and take. But definitely today it was more focused on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin pump, right? So it's probably going to get a bit more garnering there. So Bitcoin pumps, he's going to talk about it. And then maybe Pulsechain will pump later on. He'll talk about that more. Okay, cheers for that. I'll check it out, says Brennan. Hey, you do that. You frat boy. You frat boy Brennan. That's what we're going to I'm kidding. I know, but mate, people had enough and sick of him doing just that. Hey, look, I mean, that's true. A lot of people are frustrated with it. But once again, it is what it is. There's not much you can do about it. And that's why we don't focus on it. That's why we like to smash the likes. All I can say is the charts are saying accumulate. Really good zones at the moment. And we'll just wait for the Magic Art ride. We are coming up on a year in 9 days. And we also have the Pulsechain conference coming up. That's going to be running a couple of days, I think, with Maddie Allen. That'll be pretty big. And we'll get lots of people watching that there, Pac-Man. So that'll be positive. Richard is hurting his coins bad, says Richard. Yeah, definitely some posts are not helpful. I agree with that. And he could do, but sometimes he does do really good posts. I've seen him do, strings where he just like covers all the charts and stuff like that. So pretty good. So yeah, hopefully he'll fine tune the narratives a bit more. But once again, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's always said that. He tells everybody else, you don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do my own thing, which is fine. I mean, that's what everyone wants to do, right? Party animal, not frat boy, says Brandon. Party animal, not frat boy. Yeah. I won't tell anybody. He's basically saying there's no initiations. There's no initiations, says Brennan. Yep, everyone says it. Yep. He needs to listen to the people or don't talk at all, says Pac-Man. Yeah, anyway, it's not what's worth going around in circles, Pac-Man. We're a no drama channel. So it is what it is, but Richard has enough of pumping it himself. Let it bleed to show the community they need to work. Yeah, that's true too. So there's a bit of pros and cons going on there. In any case, definitely fine-tuning the message would be pretty good. And I agree with you on that, Pac-Man. All right, let's go. What's that? Skull a beer for initiation, lol, says Brent. Yeah. So I knew you're a frat boy. I knew it. Yeah, I just had to let him drop himself. No, just kidding. Brendan's not a frat boy. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. Let's do the Magic Cup ride video on the way out because, hey, accumulate until we win, until the win happens. And let's see how we go. You've got to have the diamond hands, right? Don't want to get shaken out. Remember 50 weeks to shake out? Well, maybe Richard's adjusted that formula a little bit there. So don't get fudded out. Don't fud yourself after all this time too. It's so close. It's no use getting fudded out at 9% or 95% the way there, right? That's you say, oh, I waited 50 weeks and nothing happened. Then 60 weeks, something happens, right? And you're like, oh, damn it. After all that time. All right, take care, everybody. Don't forget, I'll see you in Discord. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Discord links if you want to join up is in the video description. Take care, everybody. And of course, if you want to get into that PUSD algo, man, I think it's going to be mega. Then yeah, looking for it. Remember, Jacob is going to go into beast mode to make that happen. And the link is in the video description. 90% bonus for using that link. So in for the win. All right, take care. Bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.